My wife and I, both 35, made a conscious decision to stop at 2 children, our 7-year-old daughter and 3-year-old son. We knew our mental limits and wanted to prioritize a lifestyle that allowed us to explore the world. My 37-year-old brother and his wife went a different route, choosing to have 5 children, currently aged 1 to 10. Financially, my brother and I are on level pegging. We are both high earners living in England, but our daily realities look incredibly different. Because my wife and I are a family of 4, we aren't outnumbered by our kids, and booking travel packages is relatively straightforward and affordable. Thanks to my flexible self-employment, we travel multiple times a year. My brother's family of 7, however, naturally faces much higher day-to-day living costs. They manage 1 holiday a year, a privilege in itself, but between the financial drain of raising 5 kids and the sheer mental exhaustion of traveling with them, frequent trips simply aren't on the cards for him. The friction boiled over recently when my wife had to rush to her parents' house for an emergency. Since I was looking after our 3-year-old son, I brought him over to my brother's house so he could play with his cousins. While sitting in his living room, I quickly checked my phone to view a confirmation email for a ski trip I had just booked for February. My brother asked what I was looking at, and when I told him, his demeanor immediately shifted. He scoffed and launched into a 5-minute rant about how incredibly lucky I am, how he wishes he could travel as much as we do, and how I constantly take my good fortune for granted. Slightly annoyed by the lecture, especially since we are nearly the exact same salary, I shrugged and said, "I'm no luckier than you are financially. I just didn't have 5 kids. If you wanted to go on more trips, you shouldn't have had 5 kids." He laughed in the moment, and I thought nothing of it. An hour later, after I had gathered my son and picked up my daughter from school, my phone buzzed. It was a text from my brother saying my comment was completely uncalled for. The dilemma. To be clear, we are British, and this kind of sharp banter is usually our default setting. Whenever I've complained about the trials of parenting in the past, he has routinely shot back with, "Well, you shouldn't have had kids then." I have never taken offense to those jokes, but this time, my comment clearly touched a raw nerve. Am I the asshole for pointing out the direct correlation between his family size and his holiday budget?